Hey, good morning, everybody. Uh, I'm going to introduce our employers here while we let our job seekers come in. Today we've got UTA. Jocelyn Giano is going to be representing them and telling us about their positions. We've got Front Point Healthcare. Mon'e Lynch will be talking about some of their roles. Elmer's Home Service, and then the Department of Family and Protective Services. So we're going to get started today with Jocelyn from UTA. So Jocelyn, I know you guys are going to be looking for a librarian, manager for health science services, international education advisor two, research engineering assistant, associate investigator, business counselor, and accounting specialist. But I'll let you talk about a little bit more about that with these folks.
And one moment, Jocelyn, if I can just introduce myself. My name is Arnold Montez. I'm going to be monitoring the chat room. So if I come to you and ask you a question, that's something that one of our candidates are asking. And so you can answer when you have the opportunity to. And Merry Christmas to all of you.
Okay. Thank you, Arnold. All right. So I'll go ahead and get started. Thank you, Jason. Arnold, thank you so much for having me here. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jocelyn Giano, and I'm here to represent the University of Texas at Arlington. I'm going to go into a little bit about UTA so that way everyone knows about the institution. We are the fourth largest university in the state of Texas. With that, we employ 7,800 employees, and with over 2,500 of those being employed as staff members. We currently enroll over 41,000 students. We rank fifth as the most diverse undergrad class in the nation. And we are number one in Texas for the performance of first generation students after they graduate and start their careers. For the 2023-2024, UTA received both a top 10 military friendly school and a military spouse friendly school designation. We recently brought our first ever female president in the history of the university. Her name is Dr. Megan Cooley. She has come in and made some tough decisions for the vital change that our university needs to stay progressive and diverse. Our goal is to make sure that our faculty and staff mirror the demographics of our students, which is every life stage, culture, ethic, and every background that you can think of. Here at UTA, we do believe that the employees' need and wants are just as important as the needs of our customers, who are our students that we serve daily. The types of benefits that we offer are we offer no cost to employees, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO insurance that starts on your first day of employment. We also offer dental and vision insurance. We also offer a state-funded retirement plan. It's like a pension plan. The longer you are here with UTA, it increases in value. It takes 5 years of employment to be vested. And finally, we offer tuition assistance, which is a program that is available to you after being employed with us for 6 months. It is up to 6 courses, credits a semester, or 12 a year. Now I'm going to get into our first position. It is the librarian manager for sciences services. This is within our library under managerial services. The work schedule is full-time, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. This position does need flexibility. It is required. Professional development and conferences and training may require and overnight accommodations. There is possibility for hybrid and remote work, but it all comes down to the department. Once you get to speak to them, they'll go over more of that information with you. What the position is looking for is for a manager for the health science services that leads the team that supports students and researchers at the College of Nursing and Health Innovation. This job includes both management and liaison responsibilities. The manager will guide the members of health science team and service provision and professional development, set team goals, and identify opportunities for improvement of services. What the requirements are for this position is a master's degree from an ALA accredited program in library or information science and studies with 2 years of experience as health science librarian and liaison librarian or equivalent relevant experience. The salary listed to the maximum is $71,000. Our next position is the accounting specialist physics position. This is within the College of Science and Physics. It is a full-time Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and this person is responsible for providing administrative support to the Center for Advanced Detector Technologies, the CADT team. This includes faculty travel, purchasing, reconciliation of accounts, and create and maintain partner relationships. The qualifications for this position are high school graduate or equivalent relevant experience with 3 years in accounting. The salary is listed at $41,000. And then the International Education Advisor to Study Abroad is part of the Student Affairs Department, focused on the international education. The shift for this one is Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. The Study Abroad Advisor 2 provides comprehensive academic and intercultural support and guidance to the students. This person will be working with the students who are outgoing, who are going overseas to do their study abroad. This position will be responsible for any support that the students need from beginning to end. So we want to make sure that this person has that understanding or at least has studied abroad. The qualifications for this one is a bachelor's degree with 2 years of working experience in international education or overseas living, experience developing or managing programs or projects within a team environment, and the salary listed for this one is a maximum of $50,000. The other 2 positions, Jason, I just got informed that they have taken them down, so I'm not going to be going over those, and I apologize. But to apply for all of these positions or to view our 80 plus positions that we have open, please go to uta.peopleadmin.com and click staff, and you'll be able to access them that way. I'm going to turn it over to Jason Arnold. That is it on my part, but I'm open to any questions.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, yeah, can you type in that website, your job, so
Yes, sir.
on our chat, and that way, if any candidates are interested, they can go direct to that website you indicated.
Thank you. And if any of our job seekers have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. Arnold's here to make sure we get them answered. I will point out one thing I forget to gloss over as we got started was our we're going to have this posted on our YouTube channel later. So in case you have to leave early or if you have friends that would like to view it, you can go back there. We're working to finalize our 2024 schedule, but we've got a lot of neat virtual and in-person events coming up. So if you're interested in keeping up with our events, make sure you go to workforcesolutions.net/events and you can sign up and get text alerts. If you actually text the word alerts to 817-413-4000, that'll keep you up to date with all of our hiring events. But moving on, we're going to turn it over to Front Point Healthcare. We've got Mon'e Lynch here today. She's got several roles. They've got a clinical educator, a home health executive director, marketing and communications liaison, occupational therapist, physical therapist, speech language pathologist, and a vocational nurse. So you got quite a bit of roles. Mon'e, will you tell us a little bit about those?
Yes, of course. So hello, everyone. My name is Mon'e Lynch. I am a corporate recruiter here for Front Point Health. Front Point Health, we are a parent company. We are over 3 entities. So we mainly deal in the home health and hospice departments. So we do have One Point Home Health. One Point Home Health is a 20-year home health located right in the heart of DFW, Dallas, Texas. We do have over 2,600 patients. That's our patient census currently. We currently have over 300 nurses that work in the field for us. We're always hiring. We hire on an ongoing basis just because we have a really great marketing team, and we do receive anywhere from 35 to 50 new referrals daily. So as far as our clinician roles that we hire for in our home health, we do employ occupational therapists, speech therapists, and physical therapists, also physical therapy assistants, and CODAs, which is occupational therapy assistants as well. Most of our therapists are 1099 contractors, so they do get paid on a per visit basis. As far as the assistants, like physical therapy assistants and occupational therapy assistants, they get paid anywhere from $55 to $60 per visit. A lot of our staff, they normally come on a PRN basis, but with us having such a huge patient census, they are able to pick up a full-time load. So depending on what time you get your day started, you're able to see anywhere from 8 to 13 patients daily. Now, as far as our in-home clinicians for clinical, we do employ registered nurses. Registered nurses, they get paid a range of anywhere from $125 per visit for admissions down to about $50 per visit for skilled nursing visits. We do employ LVNs as well. Our LVNs only do skilled nursing visits, so they go into the homes to do Foley catheter changes, wound vaccine, basic wound care, and things of that sort. We do hire nurses who are new to home health, but you will have to have at least 1 year of experience with your license. So as far as a newly graduated nurse, we wouldn't be able to employ until after, of course, a year of using your license. We do work on very different skills. We do have trainers as well. Home health is a different type of beast, so it's good to have someone that comes maybe from an ER background or operating room background that are comfortable with certain skills. The biggest portion of home health would be being comfortable with providing quality patient care in the patient's home, of course. And then, of course, for our hospice, we have Dignity Hospice that's located in Dallas as well. Dignity Hospice, they're always searching for new RNs, new LVNs, or even CNAs to work in the field. Our CNAs, they do get paid per visit as well. It's $22 per visit. When you're in the patient's home, it's a little bit different than private duty. So all that our CNAs do is they go into the patient's home, you're bathing the patient, brushing the patient's hair, changing their sheets, and then you're heading to the next patient. You can see anywhere from 8 to 12 patients daily as well. And then as far as our third location, we do have a location in Houston, Highland Hospice in Houston. They are currently looking for a hospice marketer. This would be someone who has a diverse book of hospice, meaning, you market in hospitals, private practices, nursing homes, group homes, and things of that sort. Now, if there are any candidates out there that have experience with executive directing or VP of clinical services, we do have a home health executive director position open. That position is open for 1 Point Home Health. This person would kind of be overseeing all of the day-to-day businesses and things of that sort when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to patient care in the field, the patient census, intake, and scheduling as well. So we do mainly hire on an ongoing basis. The biggest thing about working as a clinician in the field, especially if you're in school, it offers really great flexibility. So say you're a student, you go to school from 8 to 12, you can see patients, after 12 or 1 to 5, that type of thing. When we reach out to you and say, hey, we have Mr. Smith in your territory, he needs to be seen twice a week for 6 weeks. Can you accept the patient? Once you accept the patient, you go into the patient's dashboard and you pull the patient's information and give them a call and schedule them according to your availability. And then as far as benefits goes, we do offer benefits for our PRN staff. After 90 days of pulling a full-time load, you are eligible for health, dental, and vision benefits as well. And I think that's a bit of my spiel.
That's great. And Mon'e, if folks want to apply, obviously, just so everybody's aware, we have everybody's positions here posted in Work in Texas. And if you go to our flyer at workforcesolutions.net/events, you could find a way to get there easily. But if folks wanted to go directly and apply with you, how would they do that?
So you can go to onepoinths.net and I'll drop that in the chat. And then also too, I do like to have candidates send their resumes directly to me. So whenever I see a resume in my email, I'll reach out to you to learn a little bit more about your experience and to talk to you about whatever specific roles you're interested in. And then we kind of go from there. So I will drop my my email in the chat as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you so much.
All right. And so moving on, we've got Gabrielle Flores here. Gabrielle is from the Department of Family and Protective Services. They're going to be looking for some CPI investigation worker trainees and CPS family-based safety service workers. And I know they've got another virtual hiring event of their own coming up in a couple weeks. So I'll turn it over to Gabrielle and let her tell you a little bit more about that.
Good morning. Thanks for having me here today. Like Jason said, we are hiring currently for family-based safety services specialists. A little bit about what family-based safety services does. They work with our clients for about 6 to 9 months on a voluntary basis. So these are families that maybe our investigators went in and saw some safety concerns for the children that are involved in the case, but felt like these safety concerns could be mitigated with some services or some resources. So they help to provide those services and work closely with the families, caregivers, and community resources and stakeholders to provide child safety. We also have positions open for child protective investigator trainees for traditional hours as well as after hour positions. So these individuals go and actually do the investigating of abuse and neglect towards children and youth. And they collect evidence, speak with a variety of individuals. So this might be teachers, it might be family members, all sorts of individuals in the community that might hold information regarding these cases. So the concern is child safety. So if there is concern for child safety, they may have to take legal intervention if it is found to be warranted. Like Jason mentioned, we do have our own hiring event that is coming up on January 11th for our CPS conservatorship positions. And our CPS conservatorship workers work with individuals and children that are in the foster care system. So these caseworkers work very closely with children who have been removed from typically their biological families, and they work towards reunifications of that family if possible. They also work closely with the foster family and that youth in care. The goal is always reunification, but if that can't be obtained due to the safety concerns for that child, then that worker helps to see what's next. If that's a long-term placement with family, if that is adoption, or whatever is best and safest for that child. If you are interested in joining us for that hiring event, you can email my team at region3tag, so REGION03TAG at dfps.texas.gov, and I can put that in the chat once I'm done. And just let them know you're interested in attending our hiring event on the 11th, and we'll get you registered. For all of these three positions that I talked about today, our qualifications is either you can only have your bachelor's degree and you'll be good to go, and it does not need to be in any specific field. It can be a bachelor's degree in social work, or it can be a bachelor's degree in basket weaving. We know that everyone brings a little bit of different skills from whatever your background is. We can also have 90 college credits and 1 year of human service background, or 60 college credits or an associate's degree and 2 years of human service experience. Being a state agency, of course, we have great benefits. You would get free health insurance for yourself. That would start the first day of the month following 60 days of employment. We have very low cost dental, vision, life insurance, and short and long-term disability. We do have a state retirement system through ERS where you would contribute 6% monthly, and then the state does match that for you. And we have an optional 401k that you can decide to be a part of if you wish. We have an amazing leave program. You start earning 8 hours a month for vacation and sick leave starting off a piece. And then the longer that you're with the state, the more that you earn. And any holiday that you can think of, you will receive that off as well. With these positions, they are not traditional hours always of 8 to 5. You do have to be flexible because we are working with other people's lives. So you might be flexing your schedule because you might be working with individuals who also work 8 to 5. So you have to be prepared to possibly work till 6, work till 7, and then maybe the next day not starting your day till 9 or 10. So you would work that out kind of with your unit and as needed. Otherwise, we do require a TB test during our hiring process, but our hiring process typically takes about 2 weeks. So it is a fairly quick hiring process for as far as government goes. If you are interested in applying with us, you can visit our job portal. It is a very long portal, so I will put that in the chat box for y'all if you are interested in applying.
Oh, absolutely, and please. Looks like we already got that question about how to apply.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because I think you answered a couple of questions already in chat, Ms. Flores. There was one here that says, are there any positions in your cook? I guess I'm assuming they're in the cook hospital.
If If we're talking about Cook County, or in Cook, so Cook Hospital, I would say no. If we're talking about Cook County, we do typically have some positions up in that area at this time.
Okay. And any of the jobs that you talked about, are any of those remote or hybrid?
All of our positions are considered mobile positions. So you work where your work is. So a little bit different than remote because you're having to go and visit your clients and be out in the field with them. However, sometimes you're starting in the office, sometimes you're starting at home, but most of the time you're out in the field with your clients and ensuring child safety.
There's also another question that came through. Do you have any IT positions?
We likely do. My division does not hire for IT, but the website that I'm going to put in the chat box, if we do have IT positions open, you'll be able to see them on there as well.
Okay, great. Then another question came through about salaries. Any of these positions, you didn't mention anything about salary? Can you?
Yeah. Absolutely, I can touch on salary. So all of our positions are the same starting salary, starting at $3,816.65 a month. We are paid monthly on the first of every single month. If you have a master's in social work or are bilingual in Spanish, we do start at $4,008.18 a month. Specifically to the investigations position, once you're done with training, you would earn an additional stipend that is $416 a month as well on top of that salary.
Okay. Yeah, they're waiting for you to put on the your website on chat. And also another question came, any admin assistant positions?
At this time, I do have one admin position that is going to be in Arlington. It is not posted yet. It just became available, but it will be posted in the next day or two. By the weekend, it should be.
Okay, thank you. There was one more question on here. Does that degree depend on licensing SW? I'm not quite sure what they're trying to refer to that. So maybe you
Yes,
do.
I do. No, you do not need to have your licensure. Just your actual major needed to be social work, or your field of study needed to be social work.
Last question that came through here was in the master's field, other than social workers, anything else that requires a master's other than social worker?
We do not give a increase in pay. If this is what they're referring to, we do not give an increase in pay for any other master's programs besides social work. I think I also saw something come in on the chat regarding mileage reimbursement as well. And we do reimburse for mileage at the federal rate, and that's currently 65.5 cents a mile. So you would get mileage reimbursement.
Thank you. I did miss that.
No worries. And I will get those in the chat right now.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Gabrielle. And if you guys have other questions for former presenters or ones that are currently or about to present, keep those questions coming. We'll make sure they get answered. But we'll turn it over to Christina. Christina's here from Elmer's Home Services. I know they're looking for some service techs and some HVAC installers. So Christina, would you tell us a little bit more about your company and those roles?
Yes, thank you. So Elmer's Home Services actually started in San Antonio about 20 years ago. The actual owner, his name is Elmer, and our operations manager, currently Lorenzo, built this company from their garage, built it from the ground up. They've been one of the #1 HVAC companies in the San Antonio market. And April of this year, they decided to expand to the Dallas-Fort Worth market. Since we have established here in Dallas, we have done, our sales have been over $1 million each month. So we definitely hit the ground running. And right now we're just gearing up for the next summer season. Currently, the requirements for our positions is you have to have your EPA. preferred universal, but 1 or 2 is acceptable as well. You have to have a valid TDLR, and then at least 2 years of working experience. When it comes to our installers, we like for them to have some type of ductwork experience, hands-on mechanical. And when our service techs, they're more have soft skills, customer service, be able to speak to the customer, explain to them what their system is doing, and just really educating them on the steps from start to finish. With the service tech in our lead position, lead installer, you do have, we do provide you with a work cell phone, a work iPad, as well as a service vehicle and gas card. All of our employees here do become eligible for benefits the first day of the month following their hire date. We offer medical, vision, dental, short and long-term disability, life insurance, as well as optional 401k. Paid time off starts accruing the first day of your employment. Let me see. Any of the jobs that we do, right now, those are the 2 main focuses, is service tech and installers. On occasion, we do get other positions. They are all listed on our website. Our website is callelmers.applicantlist.com, and I can put that in the chat box, as well as I like to receive resumes. And I will include my email as well, so that you're able to send me your resume as well, and do a phone screen interview that way as well. So I can kind of talk to you about a little bit more about the position.
Fantastic. And do you guys have, I know you guys have a location here in Grand Prairie. Do you have multiple locations
Yes.
around the area?
No, our Grand Prairie is the only one that we have here in
Okay.
Dallas.
Fantastic. That's good. And if anybody has any questions for Christina, please post those in chat. And then Christina, do you guys have a website that you'd like them directed to apply for?
Yes, I am posting that in the chat right now.
Perfect.
And then as well as my email, so that you anyone can send me their resumes, and as when I get them, I will be able to call them.
Okay, perfect.
Great, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Okay, guys, and like I said, if you have questions, keep them coming. Let's see, that looks like that just came to us. I'm gonna repost that real quick. If you have any questions, please keep them coming. We'll hang out for just a quick second while we go over our housekeeping items. So if you have any last minute questions, please let us know. First, I just wanted to thank Jocelyn and Mon'e and excuse me, Christina and Gabrielle for joining us today. We're going to be having more events coming up. If you want to check out our YouTube channel, you can go to youtube.com/c/workforce Tarrant. We'll have this posted there later. So if you have any friends or family that might be interested in some of these roles, please let them know. And again, if you go to the workforcesolutions.net/events page, you can get the job orders to connect through Work in Texas right there. But each one of our panelists here has gone ahead and posted the ways that they prefer you to apply. Let's see. Okay. Looks
Yeah,
like
there's a couple of other questions on here. There's a gentleman on here that has a master's degree with 10 years experience. Any candidates have any openings that could use this gentleman's skills? That looking for a master's degree? And then another question came through for Monique. Can you go over your open positions again, briefly?
Mohammed, I know
Of course.
there's a I know UTA posts
Mon'e.
positions very often. Check in on there. They might have some really good positions that match up with your master's degree. I know Mon'e had a director level position that may require a master's degree as well. So I'll let her touch on that.
Okay, of course. So as far as like the leadership roles, our home health executive director, For that position, we're looking for someone who can oversee the day-to-day operations here at our home health that has over 2,600 patients. You'll be involved in like the recruiting aspect. What can we do to help recruiting flow better, create great candidate experiences? What can we do for turnover? You'll also be into like the intake situation because we do get 35 to 50 referrals daily in that position as well. So how can we make sure that all of our patients are seen? How can we help the process flow better? How can we, maximize or streamline communication through schedulers? And then another portion is our clinical education specialist. This role is specifically for a registered nurse. This would be someone who is well-rounded in the home health and hospice setting, someone who is familiar with bag technique, compliance, all regulations, and then OASIS as well. OASIS is pretty much the charting standard that we have to go over as far as home health goes. And then other than that, we are hiring for our field positions. So RNs, registered nurses, licensed vocational nurses, home health aides or CNAs, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and assistants as well. Trying to read the question.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem.
And Gabrielle, we gentleman had a question here. Will you accept a degree from Egypt?
Great question. As long as the degree is found to be accredited and equivalent to a U.S. degree, or has a combination of the you have a combination of like the degree hours and experience that I talked about, then yes, we'll absolutely accept it.
Perfect. And Nahoa, there's I wish I had direct resources to give to you, but I don't, unfortunately. But there are a couple of organizations that will take credentials from outside of the U.S. and kind of recertify them here in the U.S. so that way you can take it to employers and they can be confident that your skills match what they're looking for.
Absolutely. And we also will help you with that accreditation. We have some contacts with within the UT system as well. So we'll go help candidates go through that process as well if they haven't already.
Perfect. And folks, I posted our links there. So if you wanted to get to our events page or our YouTube channel, those are there for you. So please keep up with our events coming up. Let's see, we've got somebody looking for a bachelor's who has a bachelor's degree in business admin with over 20 years of customer support and change management experience. She's asking, are there any opportunities that she could explore? And so for some of you folks that have specific questions about your experience, if we don't get any responses or from the employers right away here, feel free to go to that workforcesolutions.net/events page that I posted, Arnold posted there. We'll have all the positions that these folks have talked about today and job orders attached to them so that if you wanted to explore what they were specifically recruiting for today, they'll have a good job description there for you.
There's another question for Mon'e, if she can post her email address or website to apply for some positions. Repost it again. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it.
Let's see. I'm trying to find that as well here real quick.
And there's a question that came through. Are there any cook jobs, like the cooks in any of the positions? For any other for any of the companies, sorry.
Folks, I'm posting Mon'e's email there. She asked that if you are interested in those roles, please send your resume over. She likes to start the recruitment process with a conversation that way. Okay, well, folks, if anybody doesn't have any specific questions, I know there's some questions here about your experience, but all the folks here have kind of gone over the positions they're looking to recruit for. So if you guys have some specific questions, please let us know. Otherwise, please refer back to that events page I mentioned so you can see the positions that are being actively recruited for today. Where do we send the resume for the state? Okay, let's see. Gabrielle, would you mind reposting your email address or if you prefer them go to the careers page, that would be great too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll post, I can post our email address for my team as
Perfect.
well again.
And Patricia, I see you asking about an admin position. Somebody asked that a moment ago. Gabrielle from Department of Family and Protective Services will have an administrative assistant position posted here. I think she said tomorrow. So check their website and check back and absolutely please apply.
Hi, am I okay to jump in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so for the administrator roles, we have a lot on our UTA website. You just have to go to our staffing page. There's so many, every department needs it. It is needed all across the university. So if you go on there, you'll be able to see it. I also have a MAP temp. It's like our temp agency within the university. If you want to get a feel for higher education because it's not something that you've done before, you don't know if you're going to like that industry, you could check that out. Whenever you go to our staff, just type in MAP temp and you'll be able to see that. Or send me an email. I'll put my email down on the website and I could connect you with Angelica. She's the person responsible for that program. And it's been going very, very well. Every time we train our newcomers and get them ready, as soon as we get the assignments in, within a week or two, they're out on the field trying it out and seeing if they like it. And the goal with that is to convert them to full-time employees. So I'll put my information in the chat for the administrator roles.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, and I know UTA, Jocelyn mentioned, I think about 5 or 6 roles that she was specifically recruiting before, but like she mentioned, there are tons. If you go on their careers page, you're just going to see pages of open positions. So a lot of these folks that have asked about administrative roles or maybe roles that require a master's degree, I'd encourage you to check out their website and see if they have a good fit for you there. Ready. Well, folks, if nobody else has any more questions, I'm going to wrap this up. Let's see, I'll post our information here one more time, Arnold, if you don't mind doing that, so that you can have the link to our events page, our YouTube channel. And if you have any other last minute questions, please feel free to reach out to ourselves or one of the career centers. Oh, perfect. Okay, well, folks, I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. I'm going to leave this chat open for just a second, just in case anybody needs to copy down information, but I'm going to close the Zoom here in about 2 minutes. So everybody have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Have a Merry
Thank
Christmas
you so much
all
for
and a happy
having
holiday.
us.
Thank you, Mon'e.
Have a happy New Year and a Merry
Absolutely.
Christmas. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for having
Happy
me today.
holidays.
Yeah, thanks,
Happy
Gabrielle. Thanks, Christina.
Also, if there's anyone that's interested in talking about the role in depth, feel free to send your resume over to me and I will give you a call or we can get a call scheduled. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you.